Project Lawn Day. We got a good one. Nobody out there is doing overgrown lawns with battery power equipment. So we're going to see if the Ryobi equipment can handle it. Go and find out. The wind noise is pretty bad, so I just cut that audio and decided to do a voiceover. Hope you don't mind. We have a good one though. As you're about to see, I'm going to put a tape measure in the ground here, and this yard is overgrown by 10 inches in some spots. It is fertilized, which makes it worse. So we're going to see if the old Ryobi battery powered equipment can handle this. We see on the YouTubes all the other big equipment, Toro, X-Mark, Hustler, they're all handling it. Can Ryobi? Here's a sneak peek of the before and after. Now y'all gotta subscribe, hit that little notification bell. My analytics say 94% of you that watch my videos are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Come on, y'all know you wanna watch this crazy cracker. Around this pool, you can really see the grass overgrown. I don't think it's ever been trimmed. Matter of fact, talking to the homeowner, he said he's lived there for 10 years and the edges on the sidewalk have never been done, or any of this trimming around the house has never been done. Definitely was in need of it. At the time of this filming, gas was $4.39 a gallon. Which do you want to use? Let's get to it. I'll speed the footage up some so this video doesn't take 6 hours like it did in real time to trim, edge, mow, film. It's a lot of work, but pretty satisfying once you're done. Keeping the background of the trimmer noise going a little bit because I know some people like the hum of a trimmer, edger, a mower, a blower doing leaf cleanups. It's kind of strange to me, but some people like it. I'm trying to talk the homeowner into doing some live edge beds around this. I think this area in particular will look really, really good with a live edge. Here we go to the pool area. This needed a leaf cleanup. And the sides right here, oh my goodness. As I'm trimming this, that grass was so thick. Not just the tall stuff that you could see, but underneath it there was a lot of dead stuff that was sitting there and just really, really thick. But the Ryobi trimmer did the trick. It's a really good trimmer. It's light. It is carbon fiber shaft, but I've come to like it quite a bit. Battery number 2, going with a big hog, 6 amp hour. The first one was a 4 amp hour, lasted me about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, upping up to the 6 amp hour for this. What I found. 10 feet. 5, 10. Make sure your arrows are lined up. The green is lined up with the black arrow. Feed through. Go up the other side. Pull through. Make sure they're even. There we go. They're even. The tool that comes with the trimmer, and just wind it in the way the direction the arrow says. Easy peasy. Concrete landing didn't want to give up the goods. I had to keep going over it and over it. At one point I thought I hit some wires, but it ended up being just a bundle of roots to weeds. They certainly looked like a wire. I was like, oh crap, I'm in trouble now. When I was complete with the landing, I was like, whoo-wee, thank you Lord. I don't have to have any money come out of my pocket to repair something. The iDeck power rotary scissors, those edge better than my regular edger. That's what I have come to find out. I like using that. Now, if something's real heavy, overgrown, and I can't even find the edge, then I'll go ahead and use the edger because I don't mind that blade hitting the sidewalk. But even in this case, that edge right there was overgrown 8-10 inches at one point, and those power rotary scissors, man, they just cut it like a pair of scissors. And look at this right there, scrape that off, and that is such a good feeling when you see that nice good crisp tight edge right there. I thought it was funny. It's a dad joke. I'm a dad. I got 4 kids. I make corny, stupid jokes. I do crazy, silly things in grocery stores to embarrass my wife when we're walking around Costco. That's me. Big Daddy Coltrane. Toot toot. Ask my kids. They'll tell you. The last edge to come up right here, and it's a big one. It's just like a roll of carpet coming up. Or could be possibly a big fish, maybe catch of the day. Or a bigger catch of the day. Dad jokes. Right here I'm using the trimmer to knock down some of this tall stuff. You saw I put that ruler in there, 10-12 inches. So instead of putting the mower across. Oh, by the way, I am going to be using the Ryobi rider. It was charging because in my excitement of doing this project lawn, I forgot to charge it the day before. And it had about a half battery charge, so it's going to take about an hour and a half or so. On to using the blower. Some people ask, why do you do this at this point? And the reason why you do that is because look at all that's over the sidewalk, the driveway, and all those areas. If you don't use your blower right now, then when you go over that with your mower, you're just gonna grind that and crush that in the ground, and you're not gonna get as good a look as you can. So after you're trimming, after you're edging, use your blower. And this is gonna be the big time that you're using the blower. You'll use the blower one more time at the end of everything, and that's just a small time. That's just a small little cleanup. It's nothing real big. This is the big one right here. You want to get all that dirt, debris, everything that you just trimmed up and edged, you want to blow it back into the grass so that your mower can grind it, mulch it, bag it, whatever you do with your mower, but that's what you want to do. If you don't do this, if you miss this step, you are really missing out on getting another level of professional look. So if you've got edges, if you know, that's one professional look, and then you go to this right here using the blower this way, that just takes your lawn and your yard and your appearance, your curb appeal to another level. Now comes the fun part. It's the shortest part of any mow, usually, but the funnest part. This is the Ryobi 480EX, 38-inch cut, 48-volt, 100-amp-hour battery. And I've had this for 3 years now. It's been really good to me. My kids love riding it. They ride it like a little go-kart. I'll drop the deck on it and they'll ride it around the neighborhood and have fun, especially on Halloween. So it's a good little machine. What I'm doing here is an outline of the whole yard. You should always at least minimum do one pass of an outline. Now if you notice, right there is one of the very few times that I'll actually drive on the driveway or sidewalk. That's what those outlines do. Those outlines give you the ability to be able to stay within inside the yard. So if your yard is overgrown and your yard is wet or whatever it is, you don't track all that onto your sidewalk, onto your driveway, which we know if grass is wet, it will stain the sidewalk and driveway for a certain degree because of the green color in it. That's why you be meticulous. Have a plan. Don't just go out there and mow. Whether you're using a push mower, self-propelled, a rider, a zero turn, stand behind, always have a plan. I've never mowed this lawn before, and I just looked at it and I had a plan, because the plan always starts with an outline. I outline the perimeter of the yard, and then that also comes back up into the inside part of the yard so that you can do passes back and forth. This hill part was challenging for the rider, but my green machine handled it. And plus, it is a rider. It's not a zero turn. I've gotten pretty good with it, zooming in and out of places. It's not a zero turn, so you've got limitations on what you can do. You just have to learn how to use the equipment you have, because the equipment you have is better than any equipment that you don't have. Right here are what those outline passes are going to enable me to do. The front yard is not that large. If you have a rider, it's hard to maneuver in and out. I believe I did a total of 3 outline passes because I knew the pattern that I wanted to do, which was slightly at an angle. It wasn't at a 45, it was at about a 30. But to do that in a front yard and not drive over the sidewalk or up into the flower bed, you have to have room there. You have room no matter what, but you want to be able to have, when you make them turns, grass that's already mowed, so you don't have to make excessive turns. Whereas normally with a zero turn or a stand behind, you're making a 3-point turn. You up, you go turn, you backwards, and you turn right. So that's a 3-point turn. With the rider, it's about a 4-point turn. It's kind of a 3, a little more difficult. But if you want to do patterns, whether that's at a 45, up and down, whether you want to do diamonds, and when I say patterns, putting stripes in it, because at the end of the day, that's what we all want to see in that lawn after it's done. Come on now, you got to give it up. That's what you want to see.
Those nice stripes and tall and fine fescue in this yard stripe up pretty good.
You know the deal. Like, subscribe, show this to all your buddies, your friends, that you could do this kind of work with Overgrown Lawns with all that battery powered equipment right there. Okay, with Ryobi. It doesn't have to be Toro. It doesn't have to be Milwaukee. It doesn't have to be DeWalt. You don't have to spend 3 times as much. You can do it with this stuff right there. For Electric Lawns, this is Mike, out.